Good morning, Gales Chronicles fam. We're here again in the kitchen this morning, and I am making some vegetable patties. Right now, I'm making the dough. So far, I am at the point where I have the turmeric in the bowl. So I have already put some very cold butter in to the flour. I think I put like half cup of cold butter. There is a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 pound of flour. So that's approximately 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And now I'm at the point where I am mixing everything together so I can make this dough and put in the fridge to let it rest before I start working on it. And I'm using some ice cold water to knead the dough. So I'm getting on my gloves because I don't want the turmeric messing up my hands. So here's everybody being mixed together. Hope you can see, right? So I'm mixing everything together and I'm going to add the water slowly. I started making this before and then I said, oh my gosh, I didn't invite Gail's fam to come and make the patties with me. I'm going to be doing some vegetable patties. So I'm making the dough. And this is a process, and if you like patties or you love patties, and you want real good patties, I try to get good Jamaican patties here, but you know, sometimes making your own is the best thing. Trying to incorporate everybody in. Look at how flaky it's looking. Look at the dough. Really, really flaky. Let's have a little bit more water. Get the rest of stuff in. Incorporate it. Look on the color on this dough. Can you see the color? Maybe I should turn on the light so you can see it better. They just started doing some work outside. Look at the color. This is like the perfect patty color. So I'm going to wrap it in some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge so that it can cool for the next part of the process. And let me tell you, this is like whenever I make patties, this is a teething thing. So we're going to put this in the fridge, in the freezer, and let it sit there for a while so that when I'm kneading it out, it will knead out without any problems. All right? Just placed it in the freezer, and beside it I have some grated butter that's going to be folded into it later on in the process. So let it sit for about half an hour, and then I will work on it again. So I'm now steaming the vegetables that's going to be going into the patty. I just added like a tablespoon of unsalted butter to the vegetables, and I am going to add in some whole kernel corns, sweet corn. It gives the vegetables a kind of sweetness when you put it in the patty. I'm not cooking the vegetables very soft because I still want them to be crunchy. And remember, when they're going to the patty and go in the oven, they're gonna cook again. So that's it. I'm gonna get my tasting spoon so I can taste, or my little fork to taste, so I can add more season if needed. Just a little bit more salt, and that's it. It is so good. So I'm gonna let this sit on the fire for like another minute. I will turn it off, and then I'm going to let it cool so that I will not be adding hot filling to the pastry. Because one thing, if you want your patties to do well, you let them be on the same temperature, both the filling and the pastry. All right, see you on the next side of this vlog. So I know you must be wondering what vegetables I used. My son doesn't eat onion, nor sweet pepper, nor garlic, so those aren't in the vegetable mix. So you can put whatever vegetables you would like in your patty. So I have cabbage, Scotch bonnet pepper, carrot, and the sweet corn. And I seasoned to taste. So that's what I did. I used a little smoked paprika and some salt and some red pepper flakes and onion powder, and that's all I put to season the vegetables. So I will see you when we are rolling out the dough after the vegetables have cooled. Okay, so we are back again, and I have just cleaned this portion of the counter that I am going to be rolling out the dough for the patty on. I have the dough. I just took it out of the fridge, and the rest of the frozen butter and my rolling pin. I am going to be flouring the surface so that the dough won't stick to the surface. So you have to ensure that where you're using is very, very clean. So this is the first part of rolling out the dough, where I'm going to roll it. I'm going to add butter to it and roll again. Then I'm going to put some more butter in it, fold it over, and put it back in the fridge, just so that it can get a little bit of, so it will maintain the consistency. All right, so I just added some flour to that. And I'm going to put some flour on my rolling pin as well. Right. Now, for the love of me, some people say you can break it apart. So you can break it apart. So you can just turn it different ways as you continue to roll. And that's what I'm doing. I'm turning it different ways. I'm going to add some of the butter to it now. That's the grated butter that I put in the fridge. And I'm going to spread it on one side. And put this back in the fridge. So it remains cold. And spread along here. So what this does is that it really gives you a flaky patty crust. It gives you a flaky patty crust. And that's what we want. We want to have a flaky patty crust. Flatten it that way. I can put some butter here as well. You're making your patty crust very flaky. And after I do this, I am going to put it back in the fridge to rest so that it will be easier to work with when I'm ready to work with it. Make the crust really flaky. Okay. And that's why I said it's a teething process. If you want to make it the right way, you have to do it the right way. If you want to make it the right way, you have to do it the right way. Right. All right, now it's very thick. I was trying to roll it some more. I'm going to add some more butter right here. So, and fold. So it's the process of adding the butter and folding. Adding the butter and folding, always. So you can have that flaky patty crust that you want. We're going to have a very, very flaky patty crust. So I'm going to put this back, roll this, put it back in the fridge so that it can sit for another 15-20 minutes, and then it will be pliable enough to make the patties. All right, see you next very soon. Welcome back, everybody. I just took out the patty dough out of the fridge, and I think it's now ready, so I can roll it so I can make the patties that we are going to, the vegetable patties. I just heard my son say, "Oh, mommy, couldn't you make some oxtail patty?" I say, I don't have any cooked oxtail left over. So therefore, it will have to be like on a Sunday when I have just cooked some oxtail or something like that. So I'm going to be making the vegetable patties for dinner. I'm going to turn on the oven now. It's supposed to be at 365 degrees. So I'm going to let it heat up. And then once it's reached the required degrees, or heat, then hopefully we'll be through with making the patties so we can put them in. I'm going to flour the surface again. So I cleaned after. So this is clean surface that I am putting the flour on so we can do the entire process. And I am going to be rolling out my dough as much as possible. And you can also do it in sections. So I'm going to be taking out a portion of this so I can just work on that portion and make the patties. So I'm putting it in 4, and hopefully each section should yield me 3 patties when I am through. So I'm going to put the remainder in the fridge while I work on this. Just putting it back into. So I can just work on this piece right here. Get some more flour to put down. And we can turn it the other way. Okay, I think I have it at the consistency that I want, and I am going to take a bowl. So this is how you get the circle that you want. So you get this. And then this is going to be your patty. I'm going to put the filling inside, and then I'm going to show you what this one looks like, and I will make the rest off camera and then show you when I'm finished and I'm ready to put everything in the oven. All right, let's go. So I have my spoon here, and I'm putting maybe 2 spoons of filling in each, or maybe a little bit more. Yeah. No, sometimes you buy some patties and you bite in there and you don't get a lot of filling in there. So I don't want that to be the case with the patties. I want to ensure that everybody has enough filling in the patties. Okay. And then I just use my fork to crimp the edges. This is what it looks like. And I pierce it with a fork and make 3 holes in there, right? And then I'm going to put it on the tray. And when I am through, I will come back and show you what everybody looks like. This is the first batch going into the oven. And it's going at 365 degrees. And it's going to be in between 20 to 30 minutes. Let's put it in the oven. Give that one some space. And there we are in the oven. So I'm gonna work on getting the second batch in. Both trays are in the oven. So I'm giving them time to finish baking. And then I can take them out and you can see everything. Guys, look at this. I just took out the first set of patties. Look how nice they look. I'm going to fix them on a plate. I'm going to give my son 2 and I'm going to have 2 for dinner. Yup. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to cut it so you can see what inside looks like. Alright everyone, this is what the vegetable patties look like. And they taste so very good. You see? And this is what's for dinner this evening. So TJ is testing the patties, the vegetable patties. They're nice and crunchy, right? Crispy. How they taste? You see his face? And that's what? One almost finished. You hear TJ said the patties taste good. So I am going to put the recipe in the description below. So you all who want to bake vegetable patties can follow. I will do some other patties in other videos to come, but this is like one of our faves. You see look how inside of the patty looks. Show them, TJ, how inside looks. Really, really nice. Yummy. Flaky crust. Look at that. Very flaky. Very nice. The way we like our Jamaican vegetable patty. Let me finish eating. I hope you all enjoyed today's vlog. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us have that conversation. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you on the next vlog on Gail's Chronicles. Bye-bye.